Hello friends, I am Ozan Kurt Bey. First of all, welcome to my astrology channel. Exactly. We have reached the second video in the weekly astrology reviews. It's time. Today's zodiac signs are the cardinal air sign Libra, followed by the fixed water sign Scorpio, the mutable fire sign Sagittarius, the cardinal earth sign Capricorn, the fixed air sign Aquarius, and Pisces, the mutable water sign, exactly Pisces. In this video, we will review them for the upcoming week. You know the sun has moved into the sign of Taurus. Let's take a closer look. It has moved into the sign of Taurus. The sun has moved into Taurus at 5 degrees, exactly. The moon is currently progressing in Aries. Venus is nearing the end of its journey in Pisces. Next week, it will move into Aries. Mercury is already in Aries. And as of tomorrow, a Taurus. We will enter the next week with a new moon in Taurus. Atin. We will enter the next week. This is now. We have examined the part up to Pisces. From now on, we will start with Libra and move forward. Exactly. If your sign, rising sign, or sun sign, or moon sign, or planet transit was before Libra, you are watching the previous video. If it was after that, you should follow this video, and actually both videos. There are signs to follow. It's all mathematics now. And the sun sign and rising sign are Libra signs. The sun has entered your 8th house. The owner of the 8th house in the zodiac is Scorpio. For you, it's Taurus. And Uranus is there. The sun is there. The new moon will occur there. The topic of the 8th house. Emotional. Slice transformations, meaning reconciling parts of our ego in relationships. If you are having a serious romantic relationship or a flirtation, there's that feeling of we are now one. We have to give up some of our dreams and flexibilities because now there are two people. There is no single person there. It needs to be shaped and let go accordingly in order to integrate. That's why we call the 8th house the house of death. Exactly. At the same time, because Scorpio and Taurus are opposites. Taurus represents roots and ancestors. It represents order and topics like inheritance and real estate. The subject of the 8th house is also real estate, international relations, foreign exchange transactions. After that, from the resources of others. Gaining efficiency from others' resources. And topics like open enemies are in question in the 8th house, dear Libra ascendants. This month you will focus on this where there is the upper part and there is also the visible part. There, sudden transformations, sudden turning points, breaking point-like situations will bring clarity to all of these. This month, let's see Venus transitions into Aries in the middle of the week to your 7th house, the serious aspect of relationships. The serious aspect of financial transactions. Exactly. If necessary, engage in a struggle regarding this. Why? Because Mars has now exited your 10th house. It has entered your 11th house. There, external resources, what you will receive from outside, and the 5th house, what you will give to the outside. Exactly. Pluto is in the 5th house, transforming what you will give to the outside. In other words, it comes from the outside. You shape it with your creativity, and you send it back outside and receive it back from the 11th house. Exactly, because it's the 5-11 axis. Mars is in the 11th house. There is a struggle regarding what will come from the outside. Right now, Pluto is also providing support from below. You can shape it very well there. Saturn shows you how you can develop it in a disciplined way in the 6th house. To you. Exactly. Under great discipline. Venus also wants you to do this seriously. Gardening. Where does the sun's productivity come from? From external sources, from others. It comes from managing financial aspects or emotions. The sun is there right now. The new moon is also there. We will start from there now. We will start from there. From there, we will move to Jupiter, because the moon will move from there to the sign of Gemini. It will conjunct with Jupiter. Then it will transition to the career house, to the sign of Cancer next week. Initially, where is the new moon from? In the 8th house, emotional deep transformation and competition. Yes, external resources related to this. It will pass there. Learning with Jupiter and gaining knowledge about it, acquiring scientific knowledge, and conducting scientific research on top of this. You will find opportunities there. You will take it and reflect it in your career life in the sign of Cancer. In your career, it will slowly start to take shape, because the 4th house is Cancer, but you should also be... Astrology is quite a complex thing, but have you learned it? It's a very beautiful thing. Finally, the moon moves into the sign of Allah on Sunday. Mars conjunction Chagat gives ambition. The moon-Mars conjunction, and with all your ambition towards your external resources, you will try to attack, dear Libra. You will try to attack. Why? Because Pluto is below. I have more plans, my friend. I have more things I want to do, my friend. So give what you will give now. I will transform it and give it back to you. Give what you will return. Well, resources are needed. The 8th house. Resources are needed. The 8th house. Utilizing others' resources. The sun's flow is there. You will experience a significant transformation, because Venus is also in the 7th house. Next week, learning with Jupiter, multiplying, starting to establish a career, and doing this as much as possible with external resources, along with your peers. By peers, I mean with common pillars of shared ideas as much as possible. You will spread it, because the owner of the 11th house is Aquarius, my friend. Aquarius is the house of us. In you, it's Leo. And there, with brain and leadership, you will start to attack. This applies both in your personal life and in your life, in your commercial life. This week is about making decisions and establishing things. It's the week of completing and then continuing on the path. This week, dear Libra, take action accordingly and carefully. Otherwise, you need to use the Taurus energy well, and you need to use it very cleanly and effectively now. Mayday. Mayday, dear Libra. My lie is currently to the Scorpios. Please remember. What's happening with the Scorpios? The sun has entered the 7th house for Scorpios. May God bless it. Exactly, it has entered the 7th house. Venus is hanging out in the 6th house with Mercury in daily routines. So, what's the situation? A new moon in serious work and serious relationships. Along with this, serious breakups, and now in serious changes of order, leaving things completely behind, and the direction is moving towards Mars. Mars is in the 10th house of the God sign. Your struggle is about your career, and your roots are about your ancestors, because the pilot is in the 14th house. Ancestors, mother, father, his mother, the grandfather of the grandfather of the grandfather. It endures as far as entering the mountain. Your struggle is about securing your roots towards transformation. There. Sculpting this beautifully with Saturn. Now you will sculpt and develop both yourself and the person in front of you with Saturn. Now, whoever is in that area. This is the competitive energy of Venus and Mercury. The competitive energy of Aries will be abundant in daily hustles. Already at the beginning of the week, a new moon Taurus energy will seriously support this. Matter, comfort. You will head towards a very serious organization. This also means receiving support from external sources. that is, from the organizations of others. Why? Because of Jupiter. You will also receive support from the 8th house, and with this support, slowly but surely. Cancer. See where you need to turn today? Yes. See it. With the conjunction of Mars, make precise strikes in that direction, dear friends. 10, 10, 10, 10. Things that will seriously settle down. Because the sun is in Taurus, a system needs to be established there. There's nothing to be done. If there were, dear friends, the event is coming from your opposite, but it's coming strong. Stand as you know. That's why you need to evaluate this very well in the coming week. That family is beautiful. It will develop. You need to give it its due, and you will give it all its due. I mean, I know. If you don't go against the grain, maybe more. Now, let's move on to Dear Sagittarius conjunct signs. Dear Sagittarius upward signs. What is it? What isn't it? Dear Sagittarians, the sun is yours. Dead hue. The sun is yours. And in the cycle, in your 6th house, you need to make a mark on certain events in your daily routines. Exactly. You need to make a mark. The sun is there in your daily routines. Pluto is in the 3rd house. The house of the mind. The house of what you will do and what you plan to do. And after you bring this to life, there is the house of integration and structuring. But it's just the first step of that house. Saturn is in your 4th house. It says be careful. Be careful. Excel in development and keep building upon it. Excel in development and keep building upon it. Dear Sagittarius, it says discipline. It says spring. And there's no, I'll do it later. As it says, dear Sagittarius, you need to act with discipline. For this, I have already given Venus and Mercury to your 5th house. What you receive, Venus and Mercury with your creativity there. There's no need for excessive ambition, but by forming your creativity, the topic of your 5th house is pets, children, flirtations, creativity, and hobby entertainment. This is the house of unconditionality, the house of creating unconditionally. In this house, there is both Venus, flirtation and money, and also thoughts. So it means the focus is on spending there. And also there, we'll handle it, we'll do it, we'll do it. We'll handle it, we'll do it, we'll do it. One house behind that, there is Saturn. All right, let's see if you'll handle it then. It will say, prepare the stage. But after that, I'll give you the bill for this. Because I have Pluto behind me too, in the 3rd house. It also gives you this power of thought, this attraction. So you're attracting what you think about. That's why you need to evaluate it well. This week, along with the sun, sudden surprises. Wow, Uranus is there, and strong surprises. Make sure to evaluate them well. Because as you approach the middle of the week, significant opportunities will come your way. Why? From Jupiter, the house of serious work and serious relationships. How much of this will you be able to take advantage of, dear Sagittarius? It depends on your evaluation. After that, the moon will move into Cancer. You might feel constricted. Sagittarius, Law, Cancer, discipline, and ownership. Because where are you heading? You are heading towards transforming your own life. And you will go through this by learning. Mars, you are the ruler of the 9th house. But your lady is Leo, the lion of the 9th house. For this reason, you need to complete certain events smoothly and move forward. Dear Ascendant, you must not forget the discipline of taught. You can even say this. I am already normally a flying dirty job. Dirty meow? I can already see that what I feel is falling into place smoothly. I also have some ideas in my mind. The moment I start thinking about those ideas, they come like a magnet. Yes, because Pluto is there. Pluto is pulling. That's why I say you don't have the luxury to slack off. Because it's the next door neighbor. Sell it immediately. If you want, slack off. You'll pay the bill. There's nothing to be done. Exactly. Right, next to it. Trouble. It calls. Back, you'll gladly return, my boy. Oh my god. Ozan Rukan is yours, of course. Oh, wait. Let's come to the Capricorn signs now. Dirindi dirindi. Dirindi dirindi to the cardinal signs of Earth. Dear Capricorns, where's the sun? Sun. The sun is yours. Do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In your fifth house. In the house of unconditional giving. In the house of unconditional creation. Now, here's the thing. Some past accounts are closing. We are now turning to the phase of closing this anymore. Now, events are completely focused on the other side. Why? Jupiter in the 6th F. Uranus and the Sun in the 5th F. Unconditional giving. Venus, Mercury in the 4th F. Pluto says you have a power, but you will gather and take the event from the other side. While gathering and taking from the other side. There. Some losses. This. Very big transformation. There might be some losses involved if you attempt to gather that power. The most important part is to focus on those losses. Like, what's the big deal? So that not too many problems arise here. If you try to focus, every hour you focus means a little more loss. Every hour you focus means a little more loss. How can you turn the situation around? To develop it, if it develops. If you focus, what's going to go will already go. Sun, exactly. What's going to go will already go. What do you care? Let it fall there. Whichever sinking ship's goods you're after. Which ship's goods are you after? I need to turn in this direction. Garden, moon, in the house of creativity. In the flirt house, the new moon is there. You will create and make a return. You will create and make a return. You will create and not chase after your losses. Clean. Then the moon in the 6th house. It gives opportunities to the organizations you will do here. With Jupiter there, not on losses. Then with the moon in Cancer, seriously review everything you've done and internalize it. Finally, with Mars, create this place through struggles with external resources. The place I'm referring to is the new process ahead of you, because Pluto is in your 2nd house. And I say that I will instinctively give you the management power of matter, the management power instinctively. I will staple Saturn to your close environment. Close environments to your siblings. You will combine the two and build. Aquarius is there. If you chase after the sinking. This place will sink and so will that place. That place is already sinking. It's over. Spotless. We call it loss upon loss. I'm saying it in advance. Why did he take this? Why did he take this? Why did he take this? Don't say it. Don't say it. I mean, I'm speaking clearly. Let's come now. Teacher, let's come now. Teacher, we've come to Mr. Kova. To Mr. Kova. To Mr. Kova. Let's say you said, deep, did him, Mr. Kovas. Yes. They say, let's turn it. When they say turn the deep tongue, it's the experiment of the tongue. It's the tongue. It's the tongue. Like James Bond, their own interests. They don't start thinking about them, brother. Because Aquarius is a managerial sign. Who, brother? Uranus. What does Uranus say? I am a very easygoing person. I am open to everything. Saturn? There is Saturn in Aquarius. No Saturn? Dude, there is Uranus, but we. Unconditionally we. Even pass me. It's okay if you pass me. Let's be a whole. Among those losses, I include myself too. No problem. The Sun says that I will bring vitality to the 4th house. In other words, to the new essence of the 4th. Therefore, throughout this month, you will act completely, focused on your own values and interests, in the name of the power of shadows. Because I am demolishing and expanding your living space. The rising sand is the #1 house. Pluto is there. Saturn is also in the 2nd house. In your values, bit by bit. So who is the owner of our 2nd house in the middle, Taurus? Where is it again? In the 4th house, who is the owner? Cancer. But you have Taurus, meaning the place where the food is in you, in the roots. This is now fossilizing, rooting, settling deeply inside, but it already governs the 2nd house. That's why the more you value your own values, the more valuable you become. Don't say, we didn't hear it. Because Mars requires you to seriously focus on your 7th house. Everything you seriously focus on will return to you. As air, water, earth, and fire, dear Aquarius. Whether you base it on a relationship because of this, give the enthusiasm. Jupiter in the 5th. In your house, it keeps giving you ideas and creativity. It keeps giving the enthusiasm. It keeps giving. This week, it will give even more. At the beginning of the week, you'll make a strong move from the 4th house. You'll get carried away like this, together with the new moon. A cycle of sudden transformations. It will pass behind and make a conjunction with Jupiter in your 5th house, friend. Jupiter will give you some opportunities from there, like this, gently and warmly. Finally, the moon will move into Cancer, and in your daily routines, there will be so many events, you'll see it as clear as glass. Wow, what am I doing? Really? Oh my God. You'll say. Then suddenly, with this great ambition, you devoured that place with the bar. What happened? Go for it. Look, I'm not going to say go for it now. Don't exaggerate. Let's tell the Aquarius, don't exaggerate, don't overdo it. Exactly. Don't overdo it like that. We'll go for it by the power of the shadows. Because look over there. Look, there's something called shame. Why? There's a Pluto influence in the 1st house. In the 7th house, there's the ambition of Mars. War and struggle. That influence already gives it a zzz. And with this, I'll do it at the idle head. Don't make things worse while trying to fix them. Don't make things worse while trying to fix them. This shame is at its highest because I know the rising sign is Aquarius, and when it combines with Pluto, it draws even more attention. Let's move on for now. To Pisces, to these birds. Dear Pisces. Age. The sun has moved to the 3rd house, close to the house of thought and siblings. So, where is Mars? I will move to the house numbered 6. Your daily routines are being woven smoothly. Is Pluto transforming you in your 12th house in Aquarius? It is transforming. Let's see. Pluto is currently at 3 degrees. It has moved to the 3rd part, and it means that something needs to come to life there. The transformation needs to become visibly apparent, dear Ascendant and Pisces. And you will do this with Saturn's stability and discipline. Today, this transformation. Because Venus, Mercury, has re-entered the 2nd values. There is competition there regarding values. Plenty of productive thoughts are coming from the close environment and from there. Now, dear Pisces, if you could kindly stand up and do it. Because opportunities that perfectly suit you will come this week. Just like that. Damn, was this thrown for me? You stepped right on the mess. Lift your foot. Oh, let's see. Lift your foot. Just lift it. Exactly 40 was said, and it fell from something. What did it fall from? Don't mix that up. Don't mix that up. Because after that, when the moon moves into Cancer, your element reaches its peak. Kinship with Cancer at its peak. From there, it will send a buzzing frequency upwards. The moon is blocked. As it sends that frequency, you My decoder is probably deciphering it. Zimmy, 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 Zimmy. If I were to push it, I stop. Fault. They say God's right is above all. It's been a long time since it passed 3. Let's see how many degrees. 347. It's almost 4. There's something called shame. What conscience do you have, man? You're going for yourself. Is he laughing for another drink? Of course. What will you say about my tongue? And at the end of the week, now, when the moon passes your sign to the 6th house. Really? Look, there's a purchase in the 1st house. Don't do what you eat at the match. I mean, if you have that courage, Mars gives you that courage. If you have the balls, you can't do it if you have the balls. That's Mars. If you want to do it, you will bear the consequences. You've already done number 1. That's it, of course. Exactly. There's nothing to do here. Yes. If you want, keep giving more than you can afford. You'll pay the price. Exactly. Keep not taking what you can't get because you don't get up from your place. Okay? No problem, really. At worst, what would Pluto say? Leave it to me. In 15 years, I'll say I've plundered every part of it anyway. There will be no fish left in the market. Nothing will remain. It's become a sin now, dear. Oh my God. Friends, this is the situation. Dear fish included. I thank everyone very much. I am Ozan Kirpe. See you in the next videos. For now, we'll give these. All right.